Okay, I'm back, guys, and I brought my three friends. They're going to help us learn how to round decimals. Now, I'm first going to show you why a number would be rounded to a certain number based on a number line. And you guys remember 2 days ago we learned about where numbers fall in the number line. So our problem here is we want to take 2.36 and we want to round it to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to show you the shortcut after this, but let's first look at where 2.36 would fall on this number line. Now we know right smack dab in the middle, say it with me, should be 2.35. Alright, so if we were to put in all the marks that fall in between, this would be 2.31, 2.32, 2.33, 2.34. So then you got 2.35, 2.36, 2.37, 2.38, 2.39, and then 2.4. So if we were supposed to place our number that we want to round on this number line, it would actually fall right here. So this is 2.36. All right, now when you look at 2.36, is 2.36 closer to 2.3 or is it closer to 2.4? Well, if you look, it is more than halfway across, so it's actually 2.36 is closer to 2.4. So therefore, if we round 2.36 to the nearest tenth, it would be 2.4. So let's use our rounding rules, and it's actually our shortcut, so we don't have to draw a number line every time we're trying to round a decimal. Alright, so let's look at 2.36, and we're going to actually use our cheat, or our shortcut. I'm going to first write the number 2.36. 2.36. Alright, then you're going to use what you know about place value to determine where we're going to stop. Tells us where it wants to stop. It wants to stop at the 10th spot. So what number is in the 10th spot? It's the 3. So let's go ahead and underline the number 3 because that's where we're going to stop. And then you can draw a little imaginary wall if you want, letting you know that everything after the 3 is going to get fruit ninja and chopped off. So our step 1 is to identify the place value. Step 2 is to draw our wall. Step 3 is to look at the number right after the 3. And your rounding rules that you've learned in 3rd grade are the same rounding rules that you use here for decimals. If greater than 5, then round 3 up to the next number, 4. So our final answer here, so I'm not sure if I got cut off there, so I'm just going to repeat it. We look at the 6. If it is greater than 5, then we round 3 up to 4. And then everything after is fruit ninja, chopped off, fruit ninja. And so we are left with 2.4 as our final answer because that's what we wanted round to. Let's look at another example. All right, so we are now going to round 14.25 or 14 and 25 hundredths to the nearest whole number. So if you remember from your notes from yesterday, nearest whole number would be the number 4. 1425. So I write my number, and step 1 is identify the number that's being identified here, which is the whole number, which is our ones place. I'm going to draw my imaginary wall here. Okay, and then I look at the magic number 2, and I use my cheat. 2 is less than 5, then 4 stays the same. So my final answer here therefore is simply 14. Everything else gets fruit ninja, chop chop. Let's try another one. Okay, now we have 123 and 4,561 ten-thousandths. Ooh, that's a mouthful. All right, so, but we want to round this to the nearest cent. And again, yesterday you guys took notes, and the cent space is actually the hundred spot. So let's go ahead and we're going to write our number, 123.4 4, 5, 6, 1. Step 1 is to identify which number is where we're going to stop, and that is the cent. So right here. Draw your imaginary wall, which I've done right here. Okay, now take a look at which number. Say it out with me. Yes, the number 6. So 6 is greater than 5. Then round what number? Say it with me. 5 to 6. So we're going to now rewrite our number. We'll write 1, 2, 3. That all stays. The decimal stays and the 4 stays. Our 5 is going to turn into 6 because we figured that out. It's a 6, not a 5. And everything after, Fruit Ninja! Chop, 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 chop. Gone. Alright? Last example. Alright, so now we want to round. Our final example is we're rounding 888 and 888 thousandths. So what you're going to first do is you identify the number that's going to, where you're going to draw your line under. So I'm going to write 888.888. We want to round to the nearest 10, so underline the 8. Exactly. Which 8? The one that's in the 10th spot, which is right there. Draw your imaginary wall. Okay, everything after the 8 that's underlined is going to get Fruit Ninja'd. So we're going to look at the 8 that's right after the one we underlined. And we know that 8 is greater than 5, therefore the 8 will go to 9. So now we have 888.9. And the numbers after Fruit Ninja. Wah! Alright, hopefully you can do this on your own. And make sure you take your notes and answer the questions at the end. Thank you. Have a good night.